Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today, well not a PTCGO video, but you get the point, it's related to PTCGO, and today guys, we're going to be looking at the top 8 decks from North American International Champions, so in other words, Nats. So we're going to be taking a look at the Nats deck here. Pokemon have posted them on their website, so we'll take a look at them really quickly. I was going to post a mini pack opening video with like Plasma Freeze and Guardians Rising. I don't know if I want to upload that right now. I don't know. Looking back at the video, it's kind of negative. I don't know if I wanted to post it. I didn't really like it. But we're going to take a look at this and see the deck, see the top 8 decks here. Pokemon have changed it. It used to be like the 8th would be at the bottom and then the 1st would be at top. But it looks like they've switched it around where it's like 8th is at the top now. So the bottom would be 1st place. Because you can see Tord is at the bottom here. Obviously Tord won with GarbDrampa. John Kettler took 2nd. Igor took 3rd. Alex, you get the point. So I guess they're reversing it now, where like you got to go top to bottom. I guess, sure. But anyways, we'll take a look here at the 8th place deck here by Andrew Mahone playing GarbDrampa. This deck is actually kind of unique because he plays Turtonator GX this deck. Don't actually quite know the reason why he plays this. I mean, obviously you have Shell Trap, which is a good attack, but I can't really think of anything. Let's see what Pokemon has to say about this. Turtonator GX is a powerful Pokemon. Or wait, yeah, Turtonator GX is a Pokemon we usually see paired with Volcanion, but Andrew has other plans for the Fire-type Pokemon. 1 Rainbow Energy is enough to use this awesome GX attack, as well as ensure that Andrew's Drampa GX will use Berserk at full force. Okay. Interesting. I don't get that. Someone's gonna have to update me on that, because you look at his GX attack here, Nitro Tank, attach 5 Fire Energy cards from your but he plays Dark Energy and DCE, and he only plays the 1 Rainbow. I'm kind of confused on that. I don't get that. Huh? Okay, someone's got to update me on that. I don't understand why. Okay, someone in the comments gonna have to tell me what Nitro Tank has to do with this, because I don't get that. Unless he's specifically using it for Shell Trap, I don't see any other use for Nitro Tank. But that's interesting to say the least. I'm sure there's a good reason. Then we go to my boy Ryan Sablehouse here, taking 7th place with Volk. Volcanion is a good deck, obviously. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, Volk's not good anymore because, oh, Garbodor's out, ha ha ha, EXs are dying. No, Volcanion is still as good as ever, I should say, especially with Turtonator. So, Ryan's only got 3 Volks in his list, which is interesting. He's got 4 Baby Volks, 2 Turts, he's got the Lele's, he's got a 1-1 Starmie line, he's got 14 Fire, he's got 3 Lysander, he's got 1 Rescue Stretcher. So, with only 1 Rescue Stretcher, not many ways to get back the Volks, but it is still a pretty cool list here. Volcanion is a very good deck. It's obviously always going to be good, especially with the grass type still being very popular. And then we got Gustavo here with Alola Ninetales. Alola Ninetales is a really fun deck. Alola Ninetales, usually we're seeing it partnered with Decidueye more, but Gustavo here just took it and brought it to the tables with Tapu Koko. He's got like Widow in here. He's got the 2-2 Octillery line. Alola Ninetales is one of my favorite GXs, probably my favorite at the moment. It's so doable and, no pun intended, very splashable with Ice Blade and Ice Path being used for colorless attacks, but not Gustavo relying solely on using Blizzard Edge here. He's got 8 Water, 4 DCEs, and he's got a lot of text supporters in this deck. You see 3 Sickas, 3 Ns, 2 Lysanders, 1 Mallow, 1 Professor Kakui, 1 Bridget. He's got even Karen in the deck, 2 Rough Seas, 4 Ultras, 4 VS Seekers, 4 Aqua Patch, 2 Field Blower, 3 Choice Band, 2 Flipstone. Whew, that's a lot to talk about. Ninetales is a pretty fun deck. I'm glad a Ninetales primarily Blizzard Edge deck is doing good and not just the Decidueye Plume Ninetales. I like both decks, but I'm glad to see this. But let's see what Pokemon has to say. It's hard to remember a time when Gustavo wasn't atop the Pokemon TCG leaderboards at big events. The 2011 Junior Division World Champion has only continued to improve as he has risen through the divisions. His deck at the North American Internationals is unconventional and includes support from Octillery to help keep his hand in top shape. Cool. Actually, I didn't read Ryan Sablehouse's thing. Sorry if I'm coughing, by the way, guys. Kind of sick. I don't know, man. I got it from my mom or something. I don't know. But anyways, Ryan has been a fixture of major tournaments for years and continues to bring his best game no matter where he's playing. His Volcanion Turtonator GX deck is a pretty straightforward, but his skill and experience in the spotlight certainly gives Ryan a solid advantage. Yeah, and I know his brother Kyle Sabahouse was also commentating over the stream. Was Kyle commentating Ryan's game? That'd be cool. I hope he was, because that'd be really cool. Brother. Anyways, we go to Sam Chen here, playing GarbDrampa. You know GarbDrampa, the deck that requires no skill to play. I'm just joking. It takes skill to play, obviously. But, yep, this is a pretty good list. He's got 3 Lele's. He's got the Baby Mewtwo. Baby Mewtwo's been, being very good now because of the fact that with, like, a Choice Band, you can actually melt Espeons, which is good. And, yeah, he's got 2 Drampa. He's got the 3/1/4 Garb. He's got Coco in the deck with Flying Flip. We've seen Flying Flip be a very good early game attack and even late game attack. So, pretty good list here. Doubling down on the energy-dependent power of Tapu Lele GX, Sam also includes Mewtwo for similar... wait, what? Hold on, I read that wrong. Sam also includes Mewtwo for similar hard hits. Okay, there you go. But Mewtwo can also work as a wall with its barrier attack, giving Sam an opportunity to safely below 4 Garbodor. Interesting. I never looked at it that way. Then we got Alex here. Greninja. Greninja Break is pretty cool. Greninja Break is a good deck, obviously. Thanks to Choice Band and a lot of other good cards have made Greninja a lot more doable now. This list looks interesting. He's got the standard 4/4, Greninja thing with 3 Froakies. He does play 1 Talonflame Break, which is good because you can use Talonflame Break as like a fire type. So when you put a Choice Band on it, you can actually do 140 damage to Decidueye GX, which is pretty cool. Plus Talonflame has a lot of HP. Talonflame Break is a lot more HP. He's got 7 Water, 2 Splash, 1 Lysander, Ace Trainer. The most interesting I saw here was that he plays 2 Rare Candies, which is cool because it allows you to skip from Froakie to Greninja. It saves you more time than just using Water Duplicates, because Water Duplicates can sometimes be very unreliable. Many Greninja Break decks also include Talonflame, whose Aeroblitz attack can really kickstart a game. Alex takes this to the next level by including Talonflame Break. That changes Talonflame into Fire type so it can hit Decidueye GX for weakness. It could also potentially pick up quick knockouts against Rallos and Dartrix in early games. Yeah, it's pretty sick. And then we got Igor Costa here with his Decidueye Ninetales deck. 2012 World Champion Igor Costa, an absolutely stacked top cut. Joins an absolutely stacked top cut with his Decidueye GX deck. The 2 Tapu Koko and the Alola Ninetales EX. It says EX. Yo, they screwed up. It says EX, not GX. Alola Ninetales GX also low damage onto a... Oh, okay, hold on. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My dog barks, so I had to pause the recording really quickly. But we got Igor Costa, 2012 World Champion Igor Costa. Yeah, we already read that. And the Alola Ninetales GX also loads damage on... Wait, did they screw up again? The 2 Tapu Koko and the Alola Ninetales GX also load damage... Okay, no, it didn't. Onto his opponent's bench, letting him take out weaker Pokemon at will. Yeah, I like Alola Ninetales Decidueye. This is a bit more of a techier version, kind of. I mean, he's got Coco, he's got the 2/1 Ninetales. I mean, I go 2/2. I personally don't use Baby Coco on my list, just because I feel like it's way too fragile. But I still think Coco's good in this deck. You can see it worked really well for him, obviously. So pretty cool. We got the Espeon, you can come in late game and de-evolve everything. 3 Grass, 4 DCEs, yeah, everything looks pretty good. And then we go to John Kettler's Decidueye Plume deck. For all the attention Vileplume is irritating pollen, get only one deck that includes the Pokemon made it into the top 8. John managed to find a way to make it work alongside Decidueye GX. I think John Kettler might have been the one to introduce the Decidueye Vileplume archetype to the format, or to the game anyways. He also added Lugia EX to rack up damage with Air Ball, as well as to knock out stadiums with the Hurricane. Yeah, Lugia is still a really good card, even though obviously Lele overshines it, but Lugia is still really good. It still has Deep Hurricane, which you can't really underestimate. But yeah, pretty good Decidueye Plume deck. I mean, Tapu Lele is one of his bigger attackers in the deck alongside Lugia. He's got 4 DC, 4 Grass, 4 Rents, 4 Sigas. He's making sure he's staying very consistent. And then we got the first place deck, Tord Reklev. With 4 Rainbow Energy in his deck, Tord is clearly hoping to make use of Drampa's Berserk attack by adding a slight amount of damage to his own Pokemon. The trio of Drampa, Lele, and Garbodor has really vaulted to the top of the heap during this competition. Expect to see decks like Tord's for some time to come. Or ban Garbodor. I'm just joking. They're not going to ban Garb, let's be real here. 3 Drampas, yeah, it's pretty straightforward list. You got Drampa, does good damage. Lele does a lot of good damage too. 5 Psychics, 4 Rainbows, 4 DCEs. Kind of interesting, he's gone for the Rainbow route over Team Magna's Secret Base. It makes things a little bit more slower, because technically that would take 3 turns to use Berserk, but it is still a pretty good deck nonetheless. Obviously it won him the entire event, so that's pretty cool. Then we go to Seniors Division, which I'm curious to see. I haven't seen, hopefully maybe there's some other different decks, more of a variety is what I'm trying to say here, in the Seniors Division. So we got 8th place, we got Greninja Break here. A Canada player too, nice Canadian, my boy. If he took 8th place in Canada on Canada Day, which I'm pretty sure he did, that's pretty sick. You know what? I think he was the only Canadian player here, right? Was he? Yeah, he was. No, the guy who won the tournament was Canadian too. Sadly, he didn't win on Canada Day, because that would be on Saturday. kind of sucks. Michael's Greninja Break deck comes with a little twist. The addition of a Jirachi that deals damage forces Michael's opponent to discard special energy and protects itself from return attacks. That will certainly slow down his opponent for a while as Michael sets up a full bench Greninja Break. Yeah. Baby Staryu, or Starmie, or Jirachi. What am I even saying? Baby Jirachi here with Stardust is a great card. Special energy is probably as good as it's ever been, to be honest, right now. You can see Rainbow DCE is performing well. So, definitely, Stardust has got a lot of value right now in the format. He's got the 2-Staryu, 1-Starmie. He's opting for Starmie here to get this energy back so he can use Giant Water Shurikens. 3 Splash, 7 Water, 1 Lysander, 2 Teammates, 4 Sickas, 4 Ends, 3 Ultras, 4 Dives, 2 Levels. He actually plays 0 Tapu Lele in his deck, which is kind of interesting. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we go over to Ryan Snyder here with Espeon Garb. Espeon GX has been a workhorse for a lot of teams at the North American Internationals. And, as seen in Ryan's deck, often appears with Garb. The combination is certainly a winning one, propelling Ryan to the top of the leaderboards. Yeah. Espeon Garb didn't obviously win in the Masters division, didn't even make top 8, but it, took top 8 in the Seniors division. Pretty cool. Espeon Garb, personally, I think Drampa Garb is a little better, but Espeon is still a very strong attacker. I think the only problem with running the Espeon Garb deck, it's like dual weak to Psychic decks, so it's like Psychic can really poop on this deck, but, it's still a really strong deck regardless. But I still think it's good. And then we got another Espeon Garb deck here from Kendon. Flareon is an interesting addition to Kendon's Espeon GX and Garb deck, turning the Stage 1 Pokemon Fire type while Flareon is in play. It won't make a difference against many decks, but if Kendon runs into Metagross GX or an unlucky Decidueye, watch out. It's interesting. No Metagross made it here. No Metagross made in top 8 in Masters or Seniors. I have not checked Juniors yet, but we'll find out if Metagross made top 8 or not. 3 EVs, 4 SBs, 1 Flare, 3 Garbs, 4 Garbs, technically, but 1 Garbotoxin. You already know it's a pretty sample. It's probably honestly probably the same list as the 8th place. Anyways, we go over to a Drampa Garb deck here from Billy. Sudowoodo is a simple way to slow down bench-dependent blasts such as Mega Rayquaza, EX's Emerald Break. We saw plenty of that Pokemon in the field, so it looks like William made the right call to include Sudowoodo. Yeah, there's no Mega Ray decks in Seniors or Masters top 8, so that's interesting. But yeah, pretty good deck here. I mean, basically the same thing, just with a few more attacks, like you got a Ricorio and Sudowoodo in here. This one does rely on the Magma Secret base engine over the Rainbow Energy engine, other than what Twerk played. Finally, we got a Mega Guard deck. Let's see, is it going to be Despair Ray, or is it going to be, it is Despair Ray. It is, okay, so Despair Ray Guard. It's kind of interesting. This deck outbeat a Drampa Garb deck, but technically, Despair Ray Garb doesn't really worry about Sudowoodo because you're already hitting the Garbs for weakness, so it's not really a big deal. Preston's Mega Gardevoir EX is joined by several friends, old and new. Hoopa EX and Absol have seen their fair share of play for more than a year, while newcomers Oricorio and Tapu Lele GX sure to be staples in decks for a while to come. Yeah, it's a pretty good deck, obviously. It's really good to play because it does beat out Garb pretty well, because Gardevoir is very tanky, hard to knock out. You can probably use Gardevoir without playing many items. You can just come in with Despair Ray, and you can basically one-shot Garbodor without having to discard anything. So Sudowoodo you don't really have to worry about, which is a bit of an added benefit over using the Rayquaza, which probably may be why Gardevoir won. Then we got Darkrai deck here. Yveltal and Darkrai EX have been around the standard format for a long time, but few have figured out how to truly stop the Darkness type duo. John's deck includes the Altar of the Moon Stadium card, a perfect fit to help his team, yes, move around the board and stuff like that. 4 Darkrai's, 3 Baby Yveltals. Obviously, with this deck, you want to start with Baby Yveltal, slowly build up your Darkrai. The one thing I've been seeing, though, a lot more of in these Darkrai decks was the addition of a 1-1 Garb deck, or 1-1 Garb. Garbotoxin is great in this deck, because it allows you to shut down big threats, like Decidueye and Volk. What's interesting is there's no Floatstone in here, so he's kind of just going to rely on putting a Choice Band on. But obviously, with Altar of the Moon, you don't really have to worry about Garb getting, stuck in the active. Then we got the second place deck, another Darkrai deck here. Got my boy Isaac. Isaac's deck includes only 2 Stage 1 Pokemon. The rest are basic Pokemon, meaning less time setting up and more time attacking. Max Elixir also helps Isaac get going quickly, but hopefully retrieving extra energy per turn. Yeah, it's a pretty standard deck. This one was a little different than the third place one, because you see it has a 2-2 Garb instead of 1-1. Garb obviously can help shut down those Volks and stuff like that. But yeah, there's no Floatstone, so again, he's going to rely on putting a Choice Band on Garbodor from the looks of it. And then we got Rowan, a Canadian winner, thank you. He didn't win on Canada Day, because I'm pretty sure he would have won this on Sunday today. So, unfortunately, he didn't win on Canada Day. That'd be pretty cool, though. If he won on Saturday, that'd be really cool, because he's Canadian. It was Canada Day. Canada 150. As a former junior division world champion, Rowan certainly knows what it takes to win on the biggest stages. Once again, he and his Zoroark Break deck are poised for a major victory. yeah, pretty cool list. This one isn't like the Terminator one. It's another just really standard Zoroark break deck. Nothing really too like new and unique in there. But that's pretty cool. I'm glad a Canadian player won. I don't know if he won on Canada Day, but hopefully he did. And then we go to the Juniors Division. I have not checked this yet, so let's take a look at the decks from the Juniors Division here. Hopefully there are some pretty unique and cool ones going on in here. So, yeah, we got, first one, we got Regan, which, wait, technically he won, because, yeah, he won, didn't he? Regan's deck is an interesting one that we don't see often in the metagame. It takes advantage of dual-type Pokemon to power up Xerneas and its Rainbow Force attack, which does more damage based on the number of different types of Pokemon on Regan's bench. He stretched out his bench with Skyfield to give himself more damage potential. It's not a common deck, but certainly one good enough to propel Regan to international champion. Wait. So now they're doing it from top to bottom on the Juniors Division side of things, like, is it? Hold on. If I go back to the Seniors Division here, did they? Because for Masters, they had it upside down, where it's like top was 8th place. I don't get that. Yeah, pretty sure this, yep, this one, yep. Okay, so I guess Juniors Division was top to bottom, I guess, this time around. Okay, I guess. I don't know, maybe it was a glitch on their end, I don't know. But yeah, Xerneas Rainbow Road is pretty cool to see. I like Rainbow Road. It's a pretty fun deck. I haven't made a video on it yet, so maybe I'll do that in the future. Maybe I can make a video on this deck. 4 Xerneas, 2 Galvantula, 2 Joltix, 2 Shaymins, 1 Volk. Yeah, pretty standard. He's got a Alolan Diglett in his deck. Interesting. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back. That's interesting, because he's got Genesect, which is a metal type too, but you can use Alolan Diglett because it doesn't need energy to use Spelunk. So that's cool. He's got 9 berries. He does rely on the Max Elixir engine. Yeah, Rainbow Road is a really good deck, I think. Definitely a very strong deck. And then we go here. I guess the second place, Jared Chapman with Greninja Break. Some great players come up with innovative decks to wins. Others, such as Jared, demonstrate that you can win by playing a straightforward deck better than your opponents. His Greninja Break deck isn't going to surprise anyone, but how he plays it very might will. Yeah, he's probably, obviously, a really good Greninja Break player. Obviously, he took 2nd place, which is still a pretty good achievement. Yeah, pretty good, pretty standard deck. And then we go here to another Greninja Break deck in 3rd place. Recognizing that Greninja Break decks really get going when there's a full bench of Water-type Pokemon, and it can be a game lost if one gets prized. Jackson has included a Rotom Dex item card in his deck for such situation arises. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Rotom Dex is a cool card. No one's really used it yet. I haven't seen it, so it's pretty cool to see that used in Greninja in a creative way, too. Instead of just like throwing it in because it's a mill deck, because you're not going to take prizes. Then we got the 4th place deck, an Espeon Garb deck. Not enough can be said about the effectiveness of Espeon GX. John knows this to be true. His deck includes 3 of them to deliver quick hits, big blows, and EGX deck that could seal victory. Yeah. Yeah, this is another Espeon Garb deck that does play the Baby Mewtwo here with Psychic and Barrier. Again, Psychic is really good at dealing with Espeon GX. He's got the 3 EVs. He plays 4 Espeon GX over like the 2 that we've seen before. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then we go here to the 5th place one. We got another Zoroark Break deck. It looks like the rest are just Zoroark Break and Garb decks. That's funny. Zoroark Break, pretty good. This guy got Tauros in his deck, so he does have the 1 Drampa. He doesn't play 2. He's only got the 1 Drampa in his deck. And he's got the 1 Tauros too. He's a lot more tech cards. He's got like Oricorio, Coco, Tauros, 1 Drampa over the 2. He's even got Shaymin in the deck. So that's pretty cool to see. Then we got another Espeon Garb deck. We're seeing a lot fewer Shaymin EX in play since the introduction of Lele GX, but Liam is hoping to have some of the best of both worlds, including each of the powerful Pokemon in his Garb Espeon deck. Yeah, this one, yeah, it's got the 3 Espeon, so yeah, it looks like he does play the Shaymin in here. I mean, Shaymin's still a really good card. Sometimes you do need setup over Lele's ability. Sometimes, like, sometimes I'm in a situation where I feel like if I had done setup, maybe I would have been able to draw the card I needed to get me out of a sticky situation and win the game. Then we got Espeon Garb. Walker augments his fairly standard Espeon and Garb deck with Tapu Koko, a card that can spread 10 damage to his opponent's bench. He might not get any knockouts this way, but it'll be a lot easier for him once these Pokemon are forced in the active position with, yeah, 2 standard, yeah. So again, it's just your Koko. It's basically a standard Espeon Garb deck. And then the final deck here, the 8th place one, another Zoroark Break deck. Playing a Zoroark deck can be exciting. Every match is a little different, and it takes a talented player to be able to adapt to whatever comes his or her way. Nick showed up prepared with a host of different trainer cards and keeps Lele GX Drampa close in case he needs a little extra firepower. Yep, this is probably the most standard Zoroark Break Drampa deck I've seen. And yeah, he's got Q, he's got Bridget, 2 Hex in the deck. He's just like Mini Pokepuff, which is a card I think Zoroark Break decks do need, because without it, sometimes, you know, you won't be able to take big KOs or even do much damage with Zoroark, even with Choice Man. So sometimes you do need Pokepuff. So I like Pokepuff in here. So yeah, those were all the top 8 decks, and I guess we got the standout decks. And before I go to the VGC teams, Kappa Ross, So I guess we'll look at the standout decks here. Maybe there's something new. Hopefully we can see like a different deck. I don't know. So yeah, we got Azul Garcia with the Volcanion deck, kind of similar to a Riot's deck. Metagross, we got the point Metagross. Sadly, Metagross made 0 top 8, which is definitely a game changer for Metagross. Obviously, Flareon and Volcanion were very popular, so I guess that kind of scared away Metagross a little bit, but yeah, Metagross got Ninetales. Yeah, I like Metagross quite a bit. It's a really cool deck. Then we obviously got the Mega Ray deck here. I'm pretty sure it's the Mallow version. Yep, 2 Mallows. Yeah, so the teched out Mallow version with like Latios, Mew, and stuff like that. And then we got Espeon Garb. So yeah, that was the recap of the NAC, the North American International Championship decks. Top 8 decks. Pretty cool. Garbodor seems to just dominate the format right now, along with Zoroark, which is cool. Sadly, Garbodor ain't going away anywhere. I don't think Pokemon are ever going to do anything to that card, unfortunately. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like button. I will have some deck coverage of some of these top 8 decks on my channel during the week, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys on another Peace Joe video. Peace out. Help me on the road to get subs by subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good day.